All right, Colt, welcome to Creator Support.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about what you make and what your problem is.
Yeah, so I make videos out in New York City, a little bit of lifestyle and kind of new into the makerspace, tinkering space. And my problem is kind of just like, I've done a bunch of different things and it's just been like, oh, Colt, what do you do? And I'm like, I don't know, I do everything, you know? So I think it'd be cool to kind of have something that you can definitively say.
And you're narrowing in on the makerspace.
I think so. I think the idea I have is like the intersection of kind of like Casey Neistat meets like Michael Reeves type videos.
So the difference there is there's a power of scarcity of Michael Reeves.
Yep.
Michael Reeves only uploads maybe 6 times a year.
Yep.
It's an event when Michael Reeves uploads. Do you feel like you want that to be your vibe?
I feel like I would love to upload a little bit more just because I feel like I have to kind of like prove myself before I can like afford that like scarcity mindset. And also it takes the pressure off. Like right now, every video, a month goes by, I'm like, dang, this one has to, I gotta put a lot of effort, it's gotta bang. But it would be nice to kind of just be like twice a month where it's like, okay, this video is not gonna be as serious or whatever, and you can get away with that, you know?
I've been a regular viewer of your channel since you.
Thank you.
Since you uploaded, I actually chased my dream for 1 year. This is what happened.
Great video.
That's a great video, and I gotta be honest, like one of the most refreshing things about it is the thumbnail.
Okay.
Like I absolutely love the realism in the thumbnail. And I think as I look at your channel, like that continues to be my favorite thing. Mm-hmm. And then when I started to see this, like these 3 feel like the beginning of Colt Kirwan. You know, when we think about the 3 rules of YouTube, the first one is if they don't click, they don't watch. It's kind of obvious. Mm-hmm. The second is like respect their time, which you're already giving me. Like give me a good enough story to watch until the end.
Yep.
And know that you have to earn my attention constantly through your story.
Yep.
A beginning and end is like this thing doesn't exist and then it does exist.
Yeah.
Perfect engine for a story. Mm-hmm. The third one is do you want more stuff like this? Which essentially summed up is give them more stuff that they can watch that's similar. So the nice thing is like if I watch this video and I had a great time, I can jump over to this video.
Similar vibes.
Because it's also titled really similarly. Mm-hmm. You're wearing the same glasses vest, and the same high-vis vest. That at a glance, I'm like, if I enjoyed my time there, I will likely enjoy my time there.
Yeah.
Now, for a creative individual, that can be one of the most challenging things because you're like,
for sure, yeah.
Don't put me in a box. Like, let
100%.
me do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, and there that is a part of me as well. Like to draw my life, I was like, oh, this is gonna be so nostalgic, whatever. Didn't hit as hard, but that's kind of been, I guess, like my driving factor. Just been like the sheer creative curiosity of things. Like, oh, I've always wanted to do this. I'll do that, but I don't know in terms of running a successful YouTube channel if it's good to be hopping around all that stuff.
So let's talk about Draw My Life. What's the TAM of the idea?
Okay.
What's the total addressable market of this idea? Draw My Life Colt Kirwan, the total addressable market is someone who's watched a Colt Kirwan video.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so how many lifetime views does this channel have, let's say? So it has 9 million views. So 9 million people have come across a Colt Kirwan video.
Yeah.
40,000 of those 9 million people watching is actually not bad.
Okay.
Because you have to be like someone who's come across a Colt Kirwan video, who's interested enough to watch about Colt Kirwan's
solely
life.
for Colt Kirwan, yeah.
Yeah, you put a pretty aggressive filter
Yeah.
on this video with the title and thumbnail, which is fine because it showed you that 50,000 people in 8 months are actually just really interested in who you are as a person and learning about your life.
Yeah.
A good exercise is to go, what's the biggest TAM for this idea? One of the highest TAM audiences you've approached is I built my dream tiny NYC bedroom.
Yep.
You just increase the audience size for like people interested in building, people interested in
Tiny spaces.
tiny spaces.
NYC, yeah.
NYC. You're starting to like expand this concept of TAM by taking something you do and applying it to something that has a pre-existing big audience on YouTube.
Yeah, gotcha.
So why not, with this video, title it, I built a highly functional tiny NYC apartment and put yourself in the high vis?
My problem was because this was like solely a apartment tour. There's no building at all in this video.
It could have been interesting to like fit into the same like I built.
Yep.
And just include footage of looking at how you did this stuff. It's really fun to own the term and brainstorm within the term I built.
Yep. Do you think it's too late to
No.
try that out? Okay.
Do you have enough things to build moving forward?
I have a couple of projects that I have in mind. Obviously, I don't want all of them to be apartment related just because there's only so much you could build out of your apartment. So then I guess that's like a future video idea that I could talk about today is like this video, I made this like little tiny robot or whatever. And I'd love to expand on that, make like a robot arm, but how do you package that? You know, like I feel like building a robot arm is like so niche, but I would like to still stay kind of broad and kind of what you're saying with TAM, you know?
All right, so that thing that Colt just said, how do you package that? That's something that I've said to Colin so many times over the past couple of years, where we have an idea that we want to make, but we just have no idea how to build a title and thumbnail around that. And because of that, we just gathered all these different frameworks that we've seen work across YouTube and put them into one worksheet. It's called 16 Thumbnail Frameworks, and basically it's so that you can take an idea that you like and see if it applies to any of these frameworks. And if it does, then maybe you can actually turn that idea into a video. So if you want to download that link is in our description. You just click that link, put in your email, we will send you this worksheet. It's helped us a lot over the past couple of years, so hopefully it helps you.
Why do you want to build the robot arm?
Just for the sheer enjoyment. I think it'd be fun to have like, I have my little robot, and then he's got like a little friend, and then they're just like characters in the video. Kind of like Tony Stark, yo Jarvis, can you grab that? And then like the arm actually grabs it or something.
So the robot is a functioning robot that does something.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a real picture of you.
That's me, yeah. Man, the good haircut, man. Looking good.
I mean, immediately at looking at this, I gotta be honest, I'm pretty interested.
Okay.
I probably have a bias because I like watching your videos.
I just wonder if you weren't a fan of me, would you click that? You know?
Right.
I like the word unnecessary. I built an unnecessary robot. That implies like a level of fun.
Yep.
But I do think the robot is lacking some sort of action.
Okay.
Like whether that's like, I want to know like, is this a robot you can have a conversation with that's like going to act as your friend?
Yep.
Is this a robot that's going to assist you with X, Y, and Z?
Yep.
Like I think that's what's fun if you've ever seen Unnecessary Inventions.
Yeah, I love the channel.
Unnecessary Inventions, there's always actually some sort of utility to the robots,
Yeah.
even though he calls them unnecessary
Yeah.
and ridiculous. And I think that's what's fun. I wouldn't watch a video of someone building a robot that actually does nothing.
Yes.
That's not a robot.
Yeah.
It's like, I built a robot to,
Do X,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what does it do?
Yeah.
I think without that, there's no implied challenge or requirements for what this robot needs to be.
Yes.
I built a robot to solve my loneliness problem. Like
Yeah.
that would be really interesting.
Okay.
And-
that could work.
And then
actually.
in the thumbnail, there's like you're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Or like you're editing and the robot's next to you saying, good work. Good
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
Colt. Good
Yeah.
job, Colt.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea just because it kind of plays off of the whole like loft build desk setup is like my roommates moved out. I'm on my own now, blah, blah, and then it plays off of the robot already there.
I mean,
so.
that's,
Yeah.
because like you need a
It needs to solve a problem.
You need a
Yeah.
compelling why.
Gotcha.
And that compelling why doesn't have to be it can be very human and very real. It's
Yeah.
just like,
I'm lonely.
I need a friend.
Yeah.
Like YouTube is a really lonely job.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Yeah.
I do think the high vis and the goggles is a really interesting place to live as like, serves the purpose as like I at least for me, I don't think I've seen anyone else own that.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, the further I go down the I built route, does that now kind of like not allow me to do like a travel vlog or a camera bag review or something like that?
Well, it depends. What like not allow me to is a strong term.
Yeah.
Because you can do whatever you want.
You're the boss.
This
Yeah.
is your
Yeah.
now,
That's true.
Now, there is a Jay-Z lyric that I'm going to bring up here
Okay.
from the song Success. Have you ever heard this song?
I don't think so, no.
He says,
Uncultured.
what do I think of success? It sucks too much stress.
Okay.
And I think about that all the time
Yeah.
because I think that relates to YouTube quite a bit where like, as a creative individual, when you find success in a format, it can kind of suck because now you have so much stress around it not working. When you're full-time, you have stress around losing your income.
Yep.
You have stress around all kinds of things. Like it becomes less about how fun it is to make the video and more about playing defense to just save the career.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I
yeah.
think about that lyric all the time because I would say I've fallen into that quite a bit where it's like, man, this was so much more fun when it wasn't successful and we were just trying things. What does success mean to you?
Yeah.
Is it to be able to make anything you want at any time? Because there's always a give and take. So the take there would be, I can make anything I want. The give would be like, but not every video is going to perform super well.
True. Yeah.
Right.
Which like I'm kind of okay with doing. Like I am so happy I did the Draw My Life, even though like in terms of ROI it was so much wasted time and didn't really garner the views that I wanted. If I can kind of like do this built format, but then also like people still come back for, maybe less people, but they'll still come back for like a travel vlog or like a day in NYC, that would be like the most happy I'm at. Cause like it's tough, like you said, like how much things can you actually build, you know?
Yeah.
And these videos, they're its own challenge of like researching how to even, I don't even know how to do it most of the time. So sometimes I wanna just like pull out a Q&A or something like that.
Yeah, they take a really long time. You have to build something in order to make them.
Yeah.
I think it's totally fine. There are a lot of creators who do this where like they have an engine format. So your engine could be I built blank, right? I built my dream blank. And then you can experiment, which are the travel vlogs, which are the Q&As. And they serve a different purpose.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Those
like community
don't serve the
versus
purpose
outreach.
of finding new audience.
Yes.
They serve the purpose of connecting deeper with the current audience.
I see.
I wouldn't want to confuse people, but you could also, like, rather than a productive day in my life in NYC, you could be like, I built my dream life in NYC. And you are building something to like represent what a day looks like. Do you remember the Casey video where he breaks down his schedule?
Yeah, with like the dominoes?
Yes.
Or something? Yeah.
So there's something to like playing around in the maker, or you called it the tinkering space?
Yeah, tinker space.
So like in the maker or tinker space, to just like telling me something personal about your life.
In a buildy way. Yeah,
exactly.
I
So
see.
like, what does it look like if I tell the more personal stories through like, I built? Like I traveled to meet my girlfriend, like very fun.
Yeah.
Van Neistat has this thing, and actually he made one for me for my wedding, which is like this this toy Fisher Price.
It's like you look through the projector.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you could like build your girlfriend a movie reel of the trip.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
And like, it's an interesting constraint to brainstorm in the direction of what if all of these ideas I want to do are builds?
Yeah.
And
that's the extreme.
that's the extreme,
right? Okay.
right? Where it's like, I fit my personal stories into an I built.
Yeah. In the future, I've also wanted to do just like a, 90-day fitness transformation or whatever. Could that be like, I built my dream body or something like that?
Totally.
Even though it's the I built, but it wouldn't be building something tangible. It'd be like, you know?
Yeah.
That video will test the audience.
Yeah.
In a good way, which I think is fine. I think as you move on in this builder, maker, tinker space, I would think about making sure that it's extremely clear what it is that you built. Because I think this one's incredibly clear that you built this loft bed. You're like actively building it. And there's so few elements. There's you, the red drill, and what you've built. And in the next video, building your dream desk, you're not in the action of building.
Yeah.
So I don't actually know what it is you've built, and it's pretty busy.
I see.
This is just a guy sitting at his desk.
Yep.
It's not that clear. So I would, as you continue with these types of titles and thumbnails, make sure that it's you, action, super clear what you are in the process of building.
Gotcha.
So I just want to talk about now like this concept of you being full-time. From a like mathematical perspective.
Yeah.
How many videos do you need to make, and how are you supporting yourself right now? Is it
I'm broke. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, no. It's I'm very lucky, and my business per se is very interesting. So most of my income comes from like brand partnerships. Well, so shout out you guys. I love you guys. But most of my money.
That was just a shout out to brands in general. Just shout out brands.
Give me your money, but I'd say like 95% of my, maybe like 90% of my income this past year has solely been from short form brand partnerships.
That's great.
So
Great.
I make my money here, and then YouTube is kind of reserved for burning money, but also just like passion. You know, there's really no ad breaks or anything like that. And I don't know if that's like a flawed business model, but
No,
I
it's
think
great.
that's
really
a
just
great
like
thing.
make the money here, then YouTube can kind of be what it is. And then also my return from YouTube is like the community I get and the
Great.
fan base and stuff like that. Then goes back to short.
I think that's actually the most common business model right now for a new to mid-sized creator is what you just said.
Yeah.
Monetize short form, make long form.
Yeah.
So how many short form videos are you making in a month?
Not that much. So then that's like, okay, should I also like switch to that and like prioritize that a little bit more since the money's coming from there?
Here's what I would do. I would prioritize a short form format because then you're not reinventing the wheel every time a brand reaches out.
Yep.
It gives yourself a filter of like when Adobe comes to you, you're like, okay, it has to fit into this show.
Yeah.
But like then my audience is gonna like it no matter what. I'm not gonna have such high volatility in my viewership.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Where
Sure.
like, I'm not gonna get 16,000 on this one and 1 million over here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a show that people like and then sponsors are gonna sponsor that show.
Yeah. But,
I like the idea of telling stories about tools.
yep.
So like tools or things that inspire you
Yeah.
or that like a small thing that leads to a bigger story.
Tiny stories about tiny things.
Yeah.
With big impact.
Yeah.
Tiny stories is fun.
Yeah.
Tiny, tiny, big.
Tiny stories with Colt Kirwan.
Could be
I
there.
don't know.
You hate it, Colt. It's okay.
No, there's something there.
You don't
There's
have to
something
ham it
there.
up for the camera. Just the only time I saw you excited in this whole episode was when you shouted out brands.
Yeah. Please give me your money, please.
Shout out brands. Yeah.
Thank you guys for taking your time and everything, and love the brands, love my friends. Yeah, I'm just trying to have
If
some
any
fun.
brands are watching,
Yeah.
reach out to Colt.
Reach out to Colt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
right,
Thanks for coming on, Cole.
Always a fan,
for having
dude.
us.
Always
Thank you.
rooting for you.
Thank you.